Disturbing things from around the internet.
No matter who you are, stumbling upon a mystery or something completely ominous can absolutely pique our interest. Something about the darker, more mysterious side of the world has the power to endlessly spark our curiosity as we all try to grasp whatever it is that we stumble upon in order to make some sense out of it. Using the internet for ordinary things like social media, sending emails, and entertaining ourselves is surely commonplace these days. However, the underbelly of the internet is right there under our nose, and often hiding in plain sight. Welcome back to Disturbing Things from Around the Internet. If you're new, this is my series that showcases strange and disturbing internet events and mysteries in a list-like format. If you'd like to get caught up, I have 6 other episodes in a playlist on my channel that'll surely begin to dive into 5 more hand-picked and disturbing things from around the internet.
Disturbing things. Spare some help. Depends who it is, mate.
Number 1 on our list involves a post that was made about a year ago to the paranormal board on Reddit. There, a user by the name of Drudagon17 made a plea asking for some input on a few incredibly ominous screams that he'd caught on camera.
What?
In his post, titled, "What's Causing These Screams?" he proceeds to say this. "So I'm not really sure what this is. I've had a lot of people tell me different things, but no one really knows for sure. Maybe someone here could help me shed some light?" Earlier in the year, I went on a long road trip across the states, mainly visiting the national parks and a few cities along the way. Towards the end of the trip, we found ourselves staying in the small town of West Yellowstone. This appeared to be an ideal base while we explored Yellowstone National Park. We booked into a pretty creepy but cheap motel just off the main street for a couple nights.
Hey, this is where you're going wrong already. Creepy cheap motel? Whoa, are you surprised there's screams?
Me and my fiance had one room, my parents another. On the first morning there, we planned to get up early, catch the sunrise, and hopefully spot some of the local wildlife, so our alarms were set for 5 a.m. At about 4:45 a.m., I was woken up by a loud banging on the door.
Oh my god, that just scared the fucking Yo, hey, we need like in these videos, bro, we need like a sound effect warning. Like at the start of the video, be warned, sound effects will play during story time, right? They always I don't expect them to scare the shit out of me, man.
Set for 5 a.m. At about 4:45 a.m., I was woken up by a loud banging on the door, followed by crying and shouting.
What?
I instantly jumped out of bed thinking the worst had happened. I opened the door to my mom in a state of panic, saying, "There's someone screaming. A woman screaming."
Where?
There, clear as day, I could hear a woman screaming. It sounded like it was within 100 feet of us. Mom claimed it was happening for the last 30 minutes. We wanted to call the police but had no phone signal, no phones in the rooms. We were the only people about. With this, his post contained a link to an unlisted video on YouTube that gives us a first-hand account at what he'd experienced. In it, we can hear the screaming that he's been asking about, and it's absolutely something that would halt me in my tracks if I were ever to hear this myself.
Hell fucking no, mate. Hell nah. Yo, I don't know what's going on, but somebody ain't having a good night.
The strange part about this is that there are no direct cries for help, and he addresses this further on in his—
That was happening for 30 minutes?
Reddit posts. There's no "help me," no "get away," nothing. Just the manic screams of someone or something clearly in distress.
That was happening
Theories
for
have been thrown
30
up
minutes.
left and right regarding this. Some say it could be methamphetamine abuse. Others have claimed it could be someone going crazy. It could be a fox, someone getting murdered, or even a skinwalker. Take that for what you will.
So it could be... hey, guys on Reddit, this hasn't really helped. You just pretty much listed every single thing it could be. See, luckily for you guys, I'm a detective, okay? I'm a detective. It's aliens probing a woman, okay? Right? I don't agree with it, but they do it. They do it when we're not expecting it. That's what was happening. And, yeah, case closed.
Nonetheless, the
okay,
video
though.
still has no true resolution, and Drudagon appears to still be looking for answers.
Yeah, or it could be a guy. Yeah, true. Could be a guy. I kind of can scream like that. The baby monkey mystery.
Over on the paranormal board of 4chan, an investigation has been ongoing for about a year now that involves a very strange YouTube commenter community that seems to revel in various uploads of baby monkeys either being neglected,
Pass that, grab the bastard by the torso and squeeze and crush with all your might. What? If you poke the damn shitbag's eyes out, break the... Bro, what are we reading the comments of? Is this the comments on my recent fucking YouTube? Hey, I've actually had some weird comments like this, I can't lie.
injured, or killed. Large quantities of playlists and videos exist that are solely dedicated to their misery, and they all seem to have quite a sizable audience.
Wait, what? Wait, there's videos of monkeys suffering? Like, people record their suffering and upload it? Why is that allowed on YouTube?
One example that I'd like to touch on is this channel by the name of Kill Baby Monkeys.
Oh,
Here, they have
no.
a bunch of playlists dedicated to various sadistic topics in relation to baby monkeys.
No.
And as we can see, these all have titles such as Baby Monkeys Having a Bad Time, Baby Monkeys Suffering, Baby Monkeys Are Nauseating, Dead Monkeys, Rotten Little Vermin Make You Want to Kick Them. And you get the picture.
Nah. That monkey's cute as fuck. The only thing I want to kick is you, buddy.
Now,
That's
most of the
messed
videos
up,
in
man.
these numerous playlists don't explicitly show animal abuse towards monkeys, but rather natural deaths due to other animals, and nature simply being nature.
Right.
Also in these are ordinary feeding videos, rehabilitation, or those that show neglect by an owner.
Aww.
Now I just showed you a couple of quote-unquote ordinary monkey videos, and to be honest, these little guys are pretty cute.
Wait. You're not gonna show us any fucked up shit, are you? I know this is a disturbing video, but I swear to God on my life, if you show me any animals getting hurt, then we got problems.
And lie, I'd love to have one as a pet. But that's besides the point. Interestingly, quite a few of the people in these comment sections, like we established, think otherwise, and it's pretty unclear as to exactly why.
Yo, people are
On this
messed
video
up
here,
in
for
the head.
example, titled Sasuke's George 12, we can see a pretty harsh roundup of comments. Some well-placed rat traps will take care of him waving his stupid monkey pecker all over the place. Snap. Get that damn filthy thing off the table. Nail it to the table and warm up the jigsaw.
Hey, chat, do you know what's funny? You know for a fact Thomas Gifford. You know for a fact Thomas. He hasn't cleaned his room in 8 months. He's only been eating McDonald's. He hasn't even moved all the wrappers out for a month. He can't even, like, there's no clear space on his floor. You know what I'm saying? That's Thomas. Not showered in 3 weeks. And he's saying filthy thing? He's saying filthy thing? You know for a fact he's disgusting.
It's party time. Death to monkeys.
James, don't even say I just described me. Chat, that's not me. I'm not that. Chat, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
This was just one example video out of
I'm like half
hundreds
that bad.
this one YouTube account had compiled. With that being said, let's jump over to another video in one of these playlists just to see a few more examples.
Don't show
Here's
me
a
any
video
bad
by a
ones.
user named GGGY1004 titled Poor Baby Monkey 2012-26. According to the description, this baby was injured by another monkey and looks as if it's being consoled by an elder.
Aww.
Throughout the comments here, we can see a hefty amount of people expressing remorse for this little guy and hoping he's alright. As you might have guessed though, yes, the sadists are here. Would tie its nuts to bars that would teach it. A tormented, tortured, and suffering baby monkey is a joy to everybody who sees it. Funny videos in this collection.
Bro, his name's Skid Mark Liquor. Skid...
Boy. So, what's up with these people? What's their deal?
They're messed up in the head.
According to a viewer that reached out to me and the 4chan thread that this is being investigated in, it seems that they all hold a primary hatred towards baby monkeys and none else. Also, they're extremely open about their beliefs regarding them and have this undying obsession over wanting to see them and only them either in pain or dead. Theories circulating about this involve some solid points. However, concrete evidence surrounding them leaves much to be desired. Some have floated the idea that these could all be foreigners that simply consider these monkeys as pests, pickpocketing and destroying the structures that they live by. The thing about this is, though, that most of the names of these people seem to be in perfect English. It isn't like Google Translate English either. It all seems just ordinary, as if they're natively from an English-speaking country. With that being said, a user by the name of Kumbio Boombox on my subreddit explains that this simply isn't a sufficient or substantial, by any means, explanation for the sheer magnitude of the torture fantasies that these people engage in.
Yo, I'm surprised those people actually don't just get their YouTubes like permanently banned. Like, if your YouTube name's called Kill Baby Monkeys, yeah? Then like that should be like an automatic ban. Because it's not like you're gonna have that username and say anything good. Like you just know they're gonna be an absolute dick, right? Do you know what I mean? Like names like that is like they're just weirdos.
A second theory about this involves the idea that sadistic pedophiles could be using these monkey videos as a parallel or proxy to real children.
What?
This is sort of tied to theory number 3, which we'll get to in a second, but it seems like these people have this undying vendetta against babies, and babies only.
What?
The third theory involves a possibility surrounding the uncanny valley, and how these primates tread in that gray area where some anti-competitor genes might come into play. It seems that these people could be seeing these little guys as some sort of an evolutionary threat, for some reason or another, as primates are the closest genetic relative to humans.
Wait, yeah, that's a bit of a big reach, innit? Going from like hating on baby monkeys, which is like what they're saying is messed up, but going straight to pedophilia, you know what I'm saying? That's a bit of a jump.
Nonetheless, the community surrounding this strange phenomenon is very much still active in various YouTube comment sections, and while it's been shared throughout the past decade or so on numerous websites and subreddits, a true explanation for the reasoning behind this bizarre movement has been unclear, and remains as such.
I just don't understand why you'd even want to watch these videos. Like, I can't ever imagine sitting down one day and being like, oh yeah, let me just watch monkey getting injured, or like monkey crying, or baboon kills baby baboon.
Has been unclear, and remains as such to this day.
Like, I'm gonna admit, chat, like I have seen some nature videos pop up on X, and you know when you get like that bad curiosity, and trust me, I ain't ever looking at any other nature stuff ever again. Nature's fucking brutal, bro. It is absolutely brutal. I ain't ever watching it again. Street racing. Oh, James, you're in trouble.
Number 3 on our list involves a Facebook post by a user named Jose de Jesus. In it, he makes a post claiming that, "I just got this image and video, very scary." Attached are 2 photos and 3 videos relating to an extremely high-speed race that was ongoing at night on a freeway. Itching for a bit of context, I did some digging on the situation, and it apparently took place in Cape Town on the N1 freeway. In the footage that was captured by spectators on an overlying bridge, we can see one of the cars lose control before brutally crashing into the median. While, yes, crashes happen all the time, this one is especially troubling when you consider the fact that the driver was seriously injured in a very disturbingly gruesome way. Before we get on to that topic, however, let's take a look at the crash footage itself.
GG, yeah. Damn, bro. Wait, you can hear it, but where is it? What was it racing? The motorbike? Oh no, these two were racing. Oh. Hey, listen, when you're street racing like this, bro, going those speeds, you're playing with your life and someone else's. You are, bro. Like, there's other people on this road. Oh, that's a bad crash. That's a bad crash.
Is that a fucking BM? Yeah, I see M3.
Hey, yo, buddy, instead of recording on your phone, is nobody calling the cops or the ambulance? Like, I know he's probably instantly dead, but... Jesus. He's been split in half, hasn't he? He's been split in half. I know it. I know it. He's been split in half.
If we go by the image attached in Jose's Facebook post, we're able to conclude that this wreck happened at upwards of 192 miles or 312 kilometers per hour.
192
Clearly,
miles.
a very deadly speed to maintain.
Holy fuck.
With this in mind, watching the video that the passenger in this car took during this race really puts the true danger of this into perspective.
Jesus. Mate, that motorbike's rapid. Oh my fucking god. That is so fast. He said, oi, right at the end. Fuck.
Watching both of those videos were definitely some of the more disturbing things that I've ever seen on the internet. However, none of those compare to the third upload that this guy had in his post.
What was the third?
Like we established before, the driver was critically injured in his crash. But how bad actually was it?
He's gotta be dead,
If
right?
this last video is anything to go by, then it's safe to say that he was to the point where I wouldn't even want to be alive. I've seen my fair
he's
share of
alive?
gruesome and disturbing things on the internet, but this one absolutely takes the cake, as I couldn't even watch it for longer than a second. For that reason, I won't be showing the uncensored version to you, but rather this Facebook censored one.
Wait, how bad is it? Should I proof check it?
In it, we can hear audio of the driver desperately clinging to life as doctors try to help him.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's audio. It's audio.
In the bits of this video that I was able to peek at, I noticed a huge piece of the car door frame jutting through this guy's head. I could go into further and more gruesome detail of this not safe for life image, but just know that this didn't kill him, and he is, to the fullest extent, in critical condition.
Oh.
This situation goes to show that when driving, it's easy to get brave. It's easy to constantly think, crashes? Won't be me. I'm a fantastic driver. I got this. But this type of thing can happen in an instant. These drivers, very idiotically, had absolutely no regard for their passengers or others on the road, and I'm incredibly glad that there were no...
Yeah, no. Like, yo, anyone who's going 190 miles an hour on a road that isn't literally a drag race road. You know how, like, you can hire those roads on racetracks where it's like an actual drag race and it's like all like professional, you know what I mean? Like, you can hire it. On a road like this, mate, 190 miles an hour with other people driving. We watch idiots in cars. They could just do a random turn or something, right? You ain't going to be able to react quick enough. Like, it is so stupid. Like, it's actually so dumb.
Won't be me.
190 miles an hour.
I got this.
That
But this
is
type of
so
thing can happen
dumb.
in an instant. These drivers, very idiotically, had absolutely no regard for their passengers or others on the road, and I'm incredibly glad that there were no innocent bystanders or drivers within the car's trajectory, since if there were, this absolutely could have turned out infinitely worse than it had.
Yo, I've never drove at 190 miles an hour, obviously, but that must be so hard to keep control of the car. Because I feel like even when you go to like the 110s, right? Or whatever, yeah? It starts to shake. Do you know what I mean? Like nearly 200 miles an hour. It must be so hard to keep the car stable, right? I don't know. Has anyone been 200 miles an hour? I don't know. How? Like, it must be so hard. It must be fucking solid. Doing that on this road. It just depends on the car. Mad though, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Shoreline Tragedy.
This fourth entry surrounds a video that was posted to YouTube in 2013. The title of it is, Couple Drowns in Front of Camera. This 7-minute video shows the tragic turn of events that occurred while a couple, a 22-year-old by the name of Haitham Mohammed Dayan and his newlywed wife, whose name I was unable to locate, spend their 1-year honeymoon at a pond located in the Bait Bas area south of Sana'a, Yemen. This cell phone footage was taken by Haitham himself as he propped the phone up on a rock to film their embrace.
Wait, how did they drown? It looks shallow.
Through the video, everything seems to be going just fine, with the two having what seems like a great time, before Haitham appears to slip. Afterwards, you can see him attempt to cling to his wife in desperation before she's dragged into the water as well.
He was just
Fighting for
standing up
survival,
in it.
the two then try their hardest to make it back to shore together, but that proved to be futile.
What?
After about a minute or so of panic and screaming, they both submerge, never to return to surface for the remainder of the video.
What? So low-key, he just killed her. Nah, there's got to be something else to it. There's got to be something to it. There's got to be something to it. There's no way that they was just there like that and then both drowned. They're literally standing. Nah, there's got to be something to it.
Slip. Afterwards, you can see him attempt to cling to his wife in desperation before she's dragged into the water as well. Fighting for survival, the two then try.
Yo, are you sure he's not killing her? Hey, it looks like he's like purposely. Am I tripping? Chat, is anyone else seeing this? It looks like he's putting her under.
Afterwards, you can see him attempt to cling to his wife in desperation before she's dragged into the water as well. Fighting for survival, the two then try their hardest to make it back to shore together, but that proved to be futile. After about a minute or so of panic and screaming, they both submerge, never to return to surface for the remainder of the video.
I'm so confused. Out of panic, he killed her. Bro, I'm so confused. How? There's got to be something under the water.
The unfortunate part of this is that, had they not panicked, then they'd probably have had a chance to both make it back to shore. But in the moment, Hytham desperately grabbed onto his wife and resulted in her meeting the same fate as he. This video goes to show that no matter who you are, you absolutely need to ensure that, when spending time in any body of water, whether it be a lake, pond, river, ocean, or creek,
That can't be
it's
it.
imperative that either precautions are taken or that you know how to swim on your own, as if this were the case here, this would have undoubtedly turned out very differently.
That can't be it. There's bro. No. There's gotta be a fucking alien under there, the Loch Ness monster, a crocodile, a fucking a python. Like, bro, what's under that water? What? There's gotta be something under that water. There's no. They was literally standing in it. You don't just slip and die, both of you. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, I know people can drown. I'm not saying people can't drown, but I'm saying in their situation when they were standing in it, you don't just slip and then both of you drown. There's got to be something in the water. But they didn't need to swim. They literally could just stand up. We was literally seeing them both stand up and then that guy slips and they drown. Some lakes are fed by underground streams. It can cause an underflow, pulling people under and burying them down. Yeah, it's got to be something in the water, bro. So something scientific. Like, I don't know. Something's happened. Something's happened there. Something's happened there. Something's pulled them in. Something's pulled them in. Surely that can't just be purely panic. Brandon Lawson final call. That was weird. That was weird.
This last entry has stuck with me for quite a while ever since I initially discovered it. On August 8th of 2013, a man by the name of Brandon Lawson had gotten into a pretty heated argument with his longtime girlfriend by the name of Ladessa Lofton. Needing some space and time to cool off, he called his dad to see if he could make a 3-hour drive over there to spend the night. Trying to talk him out of it, since it was so late in the night, Brandon embarked on his journey at 11:54 p.m. en route to Crowley, Texas. Just 40 miles later, though, he would suddenly run out of gas. After pulling over, he proceeded to call his brother, Kyle, for help, and once he arrived to assist Brandon, he was nowhere to be found. After searching for what seemed like hours, nothing was found. However, the very next day, the realization was made that...
Yeah, no, I think that's maybe... That could be a chance. That when they was standing in that video... we're talking about the swimming clip. When they was standing in the video, that was like the shallow part, but then like he slipped and went into like... Even though it was like close, it was like a big drop off. Like a massive drop off, and then pulled her in the drop off as well, and then boom. There was no ground there to stand on. Damn, that's crazy though, man. How that just happened.
Nothing was found. However, the very next day, the realization was made that Brandon had actually made a sudden call to 911 shortly after hanging up with his brother. In it, we can hear a very shaken Brandon try to explain the situation that he's been caught up in. Have a listen.
9, 2013, 0, 50 and 38 seconds. 911 emergency.
Yes, I'm in the middle of the field. The Staple just pushed some guys over. Right here going towards Javelin on both sides. My truck ran out of gas. There's one car here and got shaken to the woods. Please hurry.
Okay, now run that by me.
One more. Not talking to him. I actually ran into him.
Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
That's the first guy.
Do you need an ambulance?
Yeah, no, I need the cops.
Okay. Is anybody hurt? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
That's the first guy.
Do you need an ambulance? Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
That's the first guy.
What did he
Do you
say?
need an ambulance?
Protect yourself.
Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
That's the first guy.
Do you need an ambulance?
What the fuck?
Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
That's the first guy.
Do you need an ambulance?
Oh shit.
Tons of speculation and controversy have arisen from this ominous 911 call, but the primary consensus surrounding it is that it's, to this very day, an unsolved mystery.
What?
Police, allegedly, were initially hesitant on considering this a missing persons case due to outstanding warrants that were issued for Lawson. They believed that he'd attempted to run off to get away from them and that he'd turn up sometime soon, but as we know, this was not the case. You see, Brandon had 4 children who his relatives say he'd never abandon, and coupled with the strange reaction by police, it almost seems to some that this case was somewhat swept under the rug due to police disinterest. Hearing the frantic voice of Brandon play back is haunting. As the video pointed out, it absolutely sounds like he wasn't alone, and being so late in the night, it's chilling to contemplate on what could have really transpired on that late evening, just 40 miles from his home.
Yeah, well, the fact that like we heard a bang as well, which sounds like a gunshot, and then he didn't reply after that.
The underbelly of the internet, like we established, is a very interestingly ominous place. Strange and obscure posts, stories, and articles seemingly pop up every day, and tonight we were able to touch on a few of them. Thank you all for joining.
Disturbing things. Dun dun dun. I'm still blown away how those people drawn.